everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I am back with another Tuesday tip for you. I have to tell you, I think out of all the questions that I get, probably the number one question is got to be about ribbon and bow tying and how much ribbon and how do you make those pretty bows. Today I want to tackle one question in particular, and that is how much ribbon do you need to maybe tie a bow or a knot around a card. I've got a free download for you, just a simple little download that you can tuck away in your Stampin' Stash that I think is going to be helpful. So I'll share the information about that at the end, so stick around. But for right now, let me go to my stamp table and I will show you my tip on how to know how much ribbon to cut to go around a card. Are you ready? Okay, let's go get started. When it comes to tying bows around a card base, sometimes we need to go around the 5.5 inch side, but other times you need to go around the 4.25 inch side. But guys, today's tip is going to cover everything. So first, let's talk about knots. So let's say we want to come across the 5.5 inch side of this and create a knot. 5.5, and if you'll just triple that. So 5.5 times 3, and so that's going to be around 16 inches. There's my 16 inches of ribbon. And now my little tip about tying a square knot, you always want to go right over left and under. And when you pull, don't pull like this, pull straight up and down and give yourself, it almost kind of like locks itself. It's great. So now we've gone right over left and under, and now we're going to go left over right and under. And when you go to pull, see how funky that knot looks right now? Watch this. If we just pull what's in our left hand, do you notice how the knot comes together and we get a real pretty knot? Now, we just need to trim down our tails. And there we go. So we have a simple knot there. Now, on a 4.25 inch, same thing. We're going to go 4.25 times 3. That's going to give us about 13 inches of ribbon. And guys, we're going to do the exact same method, but we're going to be going around, as you can see, the 4.25 inch side. So right over left and under, straight up and down, left over right, left over right and under. And remember, only pull what's in your left hand so that you get that nice flat knot. But let's say you want to tie that up in a bow and not a knot. Well, guys, we're going to use that same thing, only this time we're going to quadruple. So we're going to take that 5.5 inch side times 4. So that's going to make this ribbon about 22 inches. Now, let me share a bow tying tip with you. So what I want to do is we're going to take right over left. So there's my right tail. We're going to bring it over the left tail and under. And then just like you've seen me do numerous times, we're going to pull up and down. We don't want to go straight across. We want up and down. And now we're going to take our bottom tail and we're going to make a loop. Now you're going to take that top tail, the one that's on the left, we're going to go over on the right side and then under the loop. All right. And we pull. Oh, I got a little bit short there, but that's not a problem because I can just pull those tails. And when I get the bow, you notice I'm just kind of manipulating it. I just keep kind of tweaking it until I get it. Now I can come in and I can trim down the tail. And my friends, that is how you add a pretty little bow to a card. And I'll bet you've already guessed what we're going to do on the 4.25. Yes, we're going to quadruple that one. And guys, that's going to be about 17 inches. Now, the one thing I do want to share with you is the length of the tails. If you want some longer tails, or maybe you just want a little bit more to work with, go ahead and add an inch or two to your measurement, and just to give yourself kind of that buffer, that little safety net. I love to add little ribbon knots to cards because it's great to just have just a small knot. They're not as bulky. So just this. Now I could just come along right now and I could snip this. And yep, I've got a ribbon knot. But what if I need lots? I like to leave my ribbon on the spool. I'm going to start with my first knot. I'm going to leave it in place. And now I'm going to come down and I'm going to do another knot. Now, I have to kind of think about how long my tail is on either side, and I kind of want to have to double that. So I'm going to bring that down, about right there. I'm going to do that again and again. And how about one more time just for good measure? All right, so I've got some knots and you can see I've got those all lined up. Now I can just come in and snip in between. You can see how quick I was able to make all those knots. And if you have one like this, yeah, I'm a little lopsided. Not a problem, not anymore. I've got one more little ribbon tip, and this is one you've seen me use quite a bit. I have my little 1/2-inch circle punch. Let's say I was going to be putting this ribbon down at the end of my card. I could do this tip anywhere, and you notice I just took a little notch out of the cardstock. We'll do that here on the other side. And guys, the same measurements apply, but you notice that that little notch it really kind of holds my ribbon in place. I don't have to worry about it sliding around on my card. I'll trim off the excess, and then can you see just how that little notch holds my ribbon right where I want it? So if you like bows, if you like knots, or you like to create multiples, I think today's tip fit the bill. So there you go. If you can just remember that 3 times for a knot, 4 times for a bow, you're going to be set. Now listen, I don't expect you to remember that because I probably won't remember it. So I've decided to make it a little bit easier for you, and I have a free download for you. Now guys, this is a simple download, but at least it's something that you can maybe keep in a file with other downloads that I've shared, or maybe other tutorials and different things that you've collected for your Stampin' Stash. So why not add this one to it? A simple way to remember how much ribbon you need to go around a card. Let me tell you where you can find the download. Just go to simplysimplestamping.com, look for the July 16th, 2019 blog post. Just scroll down the page a little bit and you'll see a big button that says click here to download, and that's where you can get that free download for me. Just my little way of saying thank you for being a subscriber here to my YouTube channel and for following my website, simplysimplestamping.com. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of today's Tuesday tip. I hope that you found that one helpful. Hey, if you like it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, this is a great day to do it. See that great big red subscribe button? Click it and get subscribed to my channel so YouTube will let you know whenever I'm back with a new video. All right, my friends, I hope you have a fabulous day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.